The city tower dominates Cathedral Square and the entire historic city centre, and is renowned as one of the most important symbols of Trento. There are few testimonies about its origin. Probably it was built by the Prince Bishop around the 12th century in order to defend the bishop's palace, which was in those times situated outside the city walls. On the tower walls of limestone, one can find the traces of the three building moments. At the end of the 14th century, the tower was 45 meters high. Its characteristic is the overhanging crowning, decorated by crenellations and equipped with magiculations for the defense. During the Council of Trento, the tower was illuminated. From its top, fireworks and blank shots were fired to celebrate all the important events of the city. Towards the end of the 14th century, the tower lost its defensive use. Inside, cells were created and used until the end of the 19th century. The access to the jail was directly from the nearby Pretorio Palace, the seat of the city tribunal. Of special artistic and historic interest are the numerous inscriptions and graffitis that the inmates left on the cell walls. In 1224, for the first time, a bell is mentioned. In 1448, a mechanical clock was added on the facade. The clock and the ringing of the bells became a reference for Trento, coining the daily life of its inhabitants. The ringing of the bells was different from the ones of the cathedral, linked to religious life. In the belfry, there was space for two bells. The large bell, also called of the Renga, united the citizens and the general council of the city. The other one, called guard bell, or of the hours, announced the meetings of the mayor, the publication of sentences, it rang the hours and warned the population of fires. The city tower was built on the remains of a fortress, defending the ancient Porta Veronensis, built in the 1st century after Christ. It was the monumental gate on the southern side of the city walls of the Roman Tridentum, onto the Via Claudia Augusta Padana. From inside the gate, the Cardo Massimo started, the main route leading north. The gate had two openings, one for the pedestrians and one for the carriages, and it was flanked by two 16-sided polygonal towers. The remains of Porta Veronensis can be visited at the underground level of the city tower.